So, what made you say yes to working with me, even though you already had a business plan in place and a marketing coach?
I think that I'd seen some of the work that you do, and I'd seen some of your success stories from the people that you've worked with. And I know that I had some internal unpacking to do. And, really, there's nothing to lose. So, I wanted to see what we could do together.
All right. So, before we worked together, you already pretty much knew what you needed to do. Why wasn't that enough?
I think that in our businesses, like we have a general understanding of the strategies we're supposed to have. And we look for someone like you when those strategies aren't working. It's like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing and I'm not having the results that I want. Like I know what I'm supposed to do. Why isn't it working? And then we realize, okay, there's probably something that obviously I'm doing that's getting in the way. And we might be aware of what that is or we might not. And so that's why it's great to have someone help us kind of uncover some of that stuff and figure out what we might be doing that's getting in the way of our success.
What did you think about hypnosis before we did our session together? And then did anything surprise you about our session?
I guess I hadn't really thought of like what um of what I expected. I think that people have like kind of a stereotypical view of hypnosis sometimes of like, oh, you're gonna watch this thing and you're gonna fall asleep. I knew it wasn't that. I think that I thought it was, maybe kind of getting a glimpse into our subconscious. And that's what I was hoping for, and I think that that's what we were able to achieve, and kind of dig a little bit deeper than just what's on the surface and see what changes we can make.
What's changed in your business since we worked together?
So much, so much has changed, and it's been just a few weeks. And I mean, part of me also knew that this would happen because I know how powerful this type of work is, and I know how powerful our mentality can be, and just a slight shift in our mentality can be so powerful. So I knew that within 4 weeks it would be a completely different situation, but you still don't really know what to expect. And a lot has changed, and there's been a lot of positive forward movement.
What's different about how you feel in terms of taking action now?
Yeah. When we first spoke, I was feeling really overwhelmed. I was feeling like resentful towards changes that I had to make, um, and just resistant to maybe the workload, the change itself, um, afraid of what would happen or what it would look like if I didn't meet the goals that I was working on. And now I feel much more acceptance of where I'm at. I feel positive because I feel like we are definitely moving forward and we've taken a big step for our business, progress wise, also. And I feel like things are going to be okay. It's different than what I expected, but it's good and everything's okay.
What results have you seen in your income or your clients or your confidence since we worked together?
So I've seen a big increase in my confidence. I'm not feeling so overwhelmed, like I said. I feel like I'm doing the right thing. For my clients, as soon as we were on, like while we were on the phone, I had client reach out. And then it was just a few minutes after we'd gotten off the phone that I had a partnership proposal reach out also. And so that was just so amazing that like before the work was even done, like while we were just talking and just starting to do this work, it's like the universe was already responding so quickly and in such huge ways. Like we were still on the phone and stuff was coming in. So that is amazing. That's just amazing.
Absolutely. It's so crazy how that energy, just a shifting of energy starts to just let the stuff pour back in,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Once we can get all of our stuff out of the way, more of what we want can start flowing in. And it was like an immediate, instantaneous result.
How was this different than anything else that you might have tried? I don't know what else you tried, so I'm not sure. But was this any different in terms of what you've been trying to kind of overcome your stuckness or your overwhelm recently?
I've tried a lot of the standard stuff like um, referral programs and social media advertising and um, even just like trying to make healthier shifts in lifestyle. Like, oh, if you feel better, you'll do better. So work out and eat better and go to sleep. And it's really hard to be consistent with that. What we're really in control of is being consistent with like our thoughts and our outlook on something. And so I think that this is so much more powerful, and it's really the foundation because, like I said, you can do check all of your boxes of what you're supposed to do. I did the social media stuff, and I went to the meeting, or I did A, B, and C, all these things I was supposed to do, and then it doesn't work. It's because the right foundation is not in place. And yeah, making that shift and getting the right foundation in place really made a huge difference.
What are you most excited about in your business now?
I'm excited about a lot of things. I was resistant to having to make certain changes in marketing and in like our enrollments for our school, and um, a lot of those things. We found a program that was like launching um, this new service. And so, long story short, they ended up, we came to an agreement, and they ended up choosing us for, their program launch. And they're going to do all of our marketing, advertising, help us get clients, and it's for free for the first year. And so I was really, I had so many emotions around having to like make these changes in my business myself. And, and now this other company is going to help, and they're going to help for free. So it's like I don't have to do everything by myself. I will still have help. And it's an awesome company that's very established. So it's something that I can trust. Um, so yeah, that was huge.
So, Tessa, would you say that is there anything else that I missed or that you just in general want to share about any part of this, any part of your experience with working with me or your session with me or anything that I'm missing in terms of your results or anything that you'd like to extra share?
I think that I think just overall, I just felt better. And as time went on, like a few days, a couple weeks, a few weeks, I just felt better with the situation. I felt more positive with events that would happen following up, like more open to um, to what was going on. And so it wasn't just like a one-time thing. It was kind of like a ripple effect, where after the call, I felt good about things that we had kind of uncovered, and work and, thought about. But then I would continue to think on these things and continue to like have more revelations, things that I could shift, um, adjustments to how I was feeling, thoughts of things that I could do differently to provoke like more success in my business and my situation. And so it was just like this ripple effect. It was like the the session like got the ball rolling, and then it was just like this snowball effect of like the snowball going downhill. And so it was just like really the push that I needed. And I think that for people who are like looking into this, I think that it's really cool to know that that's how it can work. How it's like um, it's not just that initial conversation. You continue to grow and improve from that initial conversation. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's so true. It's just continued processing and the new neural pathways that are kind of getting their groove
Yeah.
in there, and they start to just really take root over those next few weeks that you'll definitely notice. What would you say to anybody considering working with me to help them start doubling their income or get unstuck or, overcome the overwhelm or frustration in their business as they're trying to scale their business?
Yeah, I mean that was my exact kind of dilemma, and I see it working now. Before the meeting, I was like, how are we going to do this? How is this even going to be possible? Exactly needed to scale my business. I exactly needed to double my income. Like exactly, and it seemed, so far away. It seemed like such a difficult thing. And now it seems so simple. Like I've kind of adjusted my view of how it's going to happen, adjusted my like timeline kind of for it to happen. But now it's like a very clear thing where I can see that, okay, by this point, for me, it ends up being kind of like beginning of the year of 2026. Like I can see the end of the tunnel. Like I can see the goal and like that end result. Whereas before, and like there's like a plan now, and I see the plan following into action. I see clients coming in, and so those goals seemed very overwhelming. And now not only do they seem achievable, like I see them falling into place. So yeah,
What would you say to someone who might be worried about the investment money wise?
I would say that the best investment is always yourself. Um, that if we don't invest in ourselves, then it's like, what are we doing? If it's your business or if it's your family or your relationship or whatever it is, it starts with you. It comes from you. So if you're worried about, oh, well, this, 4 grand I should be putting into, whatever I need for my business. Well, why would you do that if you're going to get in the way of that success because you need to work on yourself? So it's priorities. It's just priorities. A lot of times we try to put our business first, put our family first, whatever. But we're really the center of that. So if we're not at our best, then nothing is going to be at its best. So I would just tell people to prioritize that.
I love it. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Tessa. Like, you were such a dream client. I just was like, oh my God, this is amazing. She's so perfect. So I just want to thank you for showing up fully, ready to just make the change and make the transformation. Cause yeah, I've got skill sets and tools to help, but obviously you have to come ready for the change, ready to actually be the person who you're asking to be, right? I can just help you unlock it, but until you're ready to make that step and change, it's not going to really work that well. So I just want to
Yeah.
thank you for showing up in all of your fullness, even with the overwhelm and frustration and stuckness. You came and you were just like playing full out. And I really fucking appreciate that.